Hey guys, it's Dr. Roberts here, your Madison and Goodlettsville Chiropractor, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make my favorite fat bomb recipe. Now, one thing I'm going to encourage you to do, if you start this journey or any type of dietary journey, what we did is we made our own cookbook. We printed off a ton of recipes, whether that was breakfast recipes, lunch, dinner, even snacks, desserts, all that are keto friendly, and we printed those off and we put them in this notebook, so that when you're having that go-to moment where you're super hungry and you're not sure what to make, you can just flip through this and you don't have to argue with your spouse and you don't have to just run to the fast food or anything else, make any of those usual mistakes that you might make when you get super hungry. So I highly recommend that you make your own recipe book. But today, like I said, we're gonna go over fat bombs. So what is a fat bomb? So a fat bomb is a quick go-to snack that is going to be super healthy for you. It's going to fit in with your macros for your keto. It's going to be high fat, a little bit of protein, and no carbs. So in this fat bomb, we are going to be using cookies and cream protein powder, and that's going to give it the cookies and cream flavor. Now, if you don't like cookies and cream, you can try any protein flavor that you would like. There's strawberries and cream. There's even cinnamon bun flavor. There's all kinds of crazy flavors out there when it comes to protein powder, and whatever protein powder you pick, that's going to be the flavor of the fat bomb. But other than the protein powder, the only other main ingredient that we're going to be using, coconut oil. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. Okay, so the first ingredient we're going to use, like I said, is coconut oil. You're going to use about a half a cup of coconut oil. And you can either scoop that in the measuring cup, or if you're having a difficult time with it in the solid form, you can always microwave this up. That'll reduce it down to its liquid form, whichever way is easiest for you. But if you're going to do it this way, use a spatula, put it in the pan here, and that's going to reduce down really quick to the liquid form. Just get that all in there. Okay, stir it up a little bit. You want to put that on low heat. Don't put it on medium heat because it's going to risk burning. Now just stir that up until it becomes completely liquid, and once you get it to that form, then you're going to add the protein powder. Now, depending upon what brand of protein powder, it's going to vary in size, the size of the scoop. So you can really, it's about 1 to 2 scoops depending on what type of protein you're using. The more protein you put in, the more flavor it's going to have of that protein, and obviously the more protein you're going to get. So with this brand, I usually do about 1.5 scoops. So again, it's completely liquid. I'll get some pictures of it later to add to the video, and you really simply just put that in. Like I said, about 1.5 scoops. That may be a little bit too much. Good to go. Get that out of the way and just stir it up. Okay, so after about a minute, it's going to be ready to pour into the molds. Now, here's what I use. We have a couple of different molds. I'll link all this in the description below. But this mold is going to work the best. It's super flexible, so when it's done, you can flip them over. You can push the fat bombs out easily. We also have these. They look like little peanut butter cups, like little Reese's cups. You can use these. These mold out really well too. You can push them out super easy. Whatever you want to use, but I highly recommend something that's super flexible like this so that you can easily get them out when they're ready. Pro tip here, if you're going to be using a mold like this that's super flimsy, put it on a solid pan first. Because if you don't, once you pour the liquid in there and then it's time to put it in the freezer, you're going to get it everywhere. So super easy. I'm going to put this over here so that you can see it on the camera. When you're done, you're just going to fill these up. Now this serving size is going to make probably 10 to 12 fat bombs depending upon how much protein you put in there. But you just pour it in nice and easy. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Once you pour it in the mold, it's good to go. You can put it in the freezer, but we like to add a few extra ingredients just to up the macro nutrition content. So one of the things that you can do, you can add macadamia nuts. You can chop these up. You can leave them as they are, whatever you want to do. We normally just put it in a few, just like that. Just drop those in there. We'll do like half and half. Now, the other ingredient that we really like to add to our fat bombs is salt. Not table salt, not white salt, but Himalayan salt or any other healthier option of salt. again, with the sweetness of the fat bomb, this salt is just going to make the flavor so much better. So again, just sprinkle that on a few of these. We like to put it on all of them, just like that, and you are good to go. Now, what you can do with this is either put it in the fridge or the freezer. If you put it in the freezer, you're only going to have to put it in there for about 2 hours, and then they're going to be ready. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to come back in a couple hours and show you what the final result looks like. All right, so fast forward 2 hours, and these fat bombs are done. They are frozen solid, and they are good to go. So the next thing we're going to do, take them out of the mold. And you can see with this mold, like I said, it's super flimsy. It's easy to get these out of the mold. All right, so after a couple hours, these fat bombs are ready. So just be careful if you're going to try one as soon as you take it out of the freezer, because they are frozen solid. So just be careful if you're going to bite into them. As far as storage is concerned, just keep these in the fridge. They'll be good for a couple weeks, but I promise you, if you find a protein flavor that you like, they're not going to last a couple weeks. You're going to eat them all pretty quickly. But each fat bomb is going to have a little bit over 100 calories, a little over 5 to 6 grams of protein, and the fat content is going to be anywhere from like 12, 14, 15 grams of fat, depending upon your ratios. But this is a quick go-to snack anytime you start to get a craving for something sweet. You know exactly what goes into this. It's not like you're grabbing a protein bar that has a bunch of junk in it. So I highly recommend these fat bombs for your keto lifestyle. Guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button below. I'm going to link all the ingredients and all the products in the description box below. Leave a comment as well if you make fat bombs. What is your favorite recipe? What is your favorite flavor for fat bombs? Again, I'm Dr. Roberts at Nashville Neck and Back, and we'll see you next time.